In this video, I will explain about the preamble. What is preamble? Preamble is the summary of the vision of founding fathers of the constitution. It is described as the reflection of the constitution of India, and it is not a plan according to which the constitution of India was made. It is just the summary of the constitution. Preamble was adopted on the 22nd Jan 1947 and the constitution was adopted on the 26th November 1949. This is the preamble. We the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, and to secure all its citizens justice, social, economic and political, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship, equality of status and of opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of nation. In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact and give ourselves this constitution. And through this 42nd Constitution Amendment Act, we added the terms Socialist, Secular, Integrity by the then Indira Gandhi government. Preamble has 4 key ingredients in it. Number 1, source of authority of the Constitution. Preamble states that the Constitution derives its authority from the people of India. Number 2, nature of the Indian state. Indian state should be secular, democratic, republic, sovereign and socialist. Number 3, objectives of the constitution. Its objectives are justice, liberty, equality and fraternity. The idea of justice was taken from the Russian Revolution and the idea of liberty, equality and fraternity are taken from the French Revolution. And last, the date of adoption of the constitution. Our constitution was adopted on the 26th November 1949. These are the 4 key ingredients of the preamble. N.A. Palkiwala described preamble as the identity card of the constitution. And we know that justice is taken from the Russian Revolution, liberty, equality and fraternity are taken from the French Revolution. Preamble is based on the objective resolution which was passed by the Jawaharlal Nehru on 13th December 1946. And let us understand the every keyword in the preamble in detail. First keyword is sovereign. Sovereign is nothing but free to conduct its own affairs, internal and external affairs. There is no authority above India to regulate or control its affairs. The word sovereign indicates that the state has power and supreme control over the affairs of the state. In 1949, India had joined the Commonwealth of Nations. In 1955, India being as a member of UNO. Joining in Commonwealth of Nations or being as a member of UNO, they don't affect our sovereignty. They are just extra constitutional arrangements with no liabilities. India can walk out of them at any time. Next keyword is socialist, which was added by the 42nd Constitution Amendment Act. In the economic systems, there are 2 types of economic systems, capitalistic economy, socialistic economy. In the capitalistic economy, trades are controlled by the private individuals and it is a market-driven economy. In the capitalistic economy, they completely run on profit and demand and supply areas. For example, Reliance, Adani. Socialistic economy. It has 2 systems, Marxist socialism and Gandhian socialism. In the socialistic economy, their means of productions are owned and controlled by the state or by the community. They are not driven for profits. Their means of productions is to satisfy the population. India follows a mix of capitalism and socialism. They coexist each other. India is a mix of Marxism and Gandhian socialism, but lean more towards the Gandhian socialism. India is a democratic socialist country. What is democratic socialism? Government ownership and administration for the means of production and distribution of goods. Democratic socialism aims to end poverty, ignorance, disease and inequality of opportunity, etc. Next keyword is secular. To understand this word secular, let us know different type of states. There are 3 types of states, atheist, theocratic and secular. In the atheistic type of state, there is no religion as a state religion. For example, North Korea. In the theocratic state, there is a single religion as a state religion. For example, Pakistan. In the secular kind of state, there is no religion as a state religion. There is a following of multiple religions. There is a mix of religions in the secular kind of state. For example, in India. In India, there is a mix of multiple religions. This kind of state is known as secular. Next keyword is democratic. Democracy is of 2 types, direct and indirect. Direct type of democracy is seen in Switzerland, which has a systems of RRIP. RRIP is nothing but referendum, initiative, recall and plebiscite. Referendum, which means legislature is referred to the people directly. Initiative, it is a tool which people can initiate or propose a bill to the legislature. For example, there is an urgent need of funds in a particular area. So the people will suggest to pass a money bill to the legislature through the process of initiative. Recall is a method by which voters can call back their representatives if they fail to discharge their duties. And plebiscite, method of obtaining opinion of the people on the important issues. In the indirect form of democracy, we the people choose MPs and MLAs, in turn they will choose their representatives. This form of democracy is known as indirect form of democracy. Next keyword is republic. Democratic polity can be classified into two categories, monarch and republic. In monarch, the head of the state, usually king or queen, enjoys a hereditary position that he is coming into the office through the succession. For example, United Kingdom, from the Queen Elizabeth I and to Queen Elizabeth II and to Prince Charles and so on and so forth. In republic, the head of the state is indirectly elected by the people. In India, head of the state is president for the term of 5 years. After 5 years, he need to exercise his power from the people indirectly. Next keyword is justice. Justice is classified into three types: social justice, economic justice and political justice. In the social justice, there should be equal treatment without discrimination of race, religion, color, caste and sex. In the economic justice, there should be no discrimination on the basis of economic factors like wealth, income and property. In political justice, there should be equal political rights and equal voice in government to everyone. Next keyword is liberty. Liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship. Liberty is enforced through different fundamental rights. For example, Article 19, Article 25. Article 19 gives us the freedom of speech and expression, and Article 25 gives us freedom of conscience and free profession, practice and propagation of religion. Liberty means freedom for people to choose their way of life, having political views and behavior in society. Liberty does not mean freedom to do anything. A person can do anything but within the limits set by the law. This is about the word liberty. Next keyword is equality. Absence of special privileges to any section of society. There are three dimensions of equality: civil, political and economic. Civil equality is achieved through Article 14, Article 15, Article 16, Article 17 and Article 18. Article 15 gives us equality before law and equal protection of laws. And Article 15 gives us prohibition of discrimination on the grounds of religion, race, caste, sex or place of birth. And Article 16 gives us equality of opportunity in the matter of public employment. And Article 17 gives us abolition of untouchability, and Article 18 gives us abolition of titles. And these articles ensures the civil equality. And political equality. Political equality is achieved through Article 325 and Article 326. And the economic equality is achieved through the Article 39. Next keyword is fraternity. Fraternity assuring the dignity of the individual and unity, integrity of nation. Integrity, which was added by the 42nd Constitution Amendment Act. Fraternity gives two things. Number one, dignity of the individual, and number two, unity and integrity of nation. Fraternity means a sense of brotherhood. The Constitution promotes this feeling of fraternity by the system of single citizenship and also through the fundamental duties. Fundamental duties are described in the Article 51A. These are the three important cases which says that preamble as a part of the Constitution. Number one, in 1960 Birubari Union case. In Birubari Union case, Supreme Court said that preamble is not a part of the Constitution due to more than one meaning and ambiguousness. It also said that it shows the general purpose. And number two, in 1973 Keshwananda Bharati case. In Keshwananda Bharati case, Supreme Court overruled its previous judgment and said that preamble is a part of the Constitution and also forms the basic structure doctrine of the Constitution. And number 3, in 1995 LIC of India case. In LIC of India case, Supreme Court said that preamble is an integral part of the Constitution. These are the 3 most important cases with regards to preamble. The common question here is amendability of preamble. Yes, it can be amended, but it should not alter the basic structure of the Constitution. Preamble is non-justiciable and neither a power nor a prohibition of power to the legislature. Preamble is non-justiciable, which means we cannot approach any court if it is violated. And it is not prohibiting any power given in our Constitution. It is just a summary of our Constitution.